Hello again. Today I want to read the first chapter of a book that I really liked when I was young, and it's called Frog and Toad Are Friends, Story and Pictures by Arnold Lobel. And here it is. A couple weeks ago I read Frog and Toad All Year, which is by the same author, same series, but this is the one actually that I remember enjoying the most as a child. So let's go and read together. There are 5 chapters, and today I will just read chapter 1, and it's called Spring. Spring. Frog ran up the path to Toad's house. He knocked on the front door. There was no answer. "Toad! Toad!" shouted Frog. "Wake up! It is spring!" "Blah!" said a voice from inside the house. "Toad! Toad!" cried Frog. "The sun is shining! The snow is melting! Wake up!" "I am not here," said the voice. Frog walked into the house. It was dark. All the shutters were closed. "Toad, where are you?" called Frog. "Go away," said the voice from a corner of the room. Toad was lying in bed. He had pulled all the covers over his head. Frog pushed Toad out of bed. He pushed him out of the house and onto the front porch. Toad blinked in the bright sun. "Help!" said Toad. "I cannot see anything." "Don't be silly," said Frog. "What you see is the clear, warm light of April, and it means that we can begin a whole new year together, Toad." "Think of it," said Frog. "We will skip through the meadows and run through the woods and swim in the river. In the evenings, we will sit right here on this front porch and count the stars." "You can count them, Frog," said Toad. "I will be too tired. I'm going back to bed." You see Frog excited about the new year and the new adventures, but Toad is just too tired. Toad went back into the house. He got into the bed and pulled the covers over his head again. "But Toad," cried Frog, "you will miss all the fun." "Listen, Frog," said Toad. "How long have I been asleep?" "You have been asleep since November," said Frog. "Well then," said Toad, "a little more sleep will not hurt me. Come back again and wake me up at about 1/2 past May. Good night, Frog." And there is Toad. He climbed back into bed, and he plans to sleep until May. "But Toad," said Frog, "I will be lonely until then." Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Frog looked at Toad's calendar. The November page was still on top. Frog tore off the November page. He tore off the December page, and the January page, and the February page, and the March page, and he came to the April page. Frog tore off the April page, too. Look at Frog tearing off all of those calendar pages, because Toad slept through all of them. Then Frog ran back to Toad's bed. "Toad! Toad! Wake up! It's May now!" "What?" said Toad. "Can it be May so soon?" "Yes," said Frog. "Look at your calendar." Toad looked at the calendar. The May page was on top. "Why, it is May," said Toad, and he climbed out of bed. Then he and Frog ran outside to see how the world was looking in the spring. And there they are, two good friends walking together. Now, Frog lied to his friend, and that's not good. Lying is never good. However, Toad was being very lazy, wasn't he? And they both have a very good friendship. Well, I will be back tomorrow to read the next chapter, which is called The Story. See you tomorrow.